At this time their king was a very wicked man named Herod. I think it would be wise if we could slip into the palace and see what we can learn. The palace is a very, very beautiful place, and there are many people gathered in this large room. King Herod has summoned the chief priests and scribes, and he is demanding to know where the Christ is to be born. They tell him that he will be born in Bethlehem. Upon learning this, Herod dismisses them. He is surely up to something evil. Herod has secretly asked the wise men to come to his palace. The wise men have arrived and entered the room where King Herod asks them, "When did the star appear?" They respond, 2 years ago. Then he tells them that they will find the Christ in Bethlehem. He instructs them to send for him when they find the child, so he can come and worship him. They thank Herod and leave. "Look," shouts one of them, "there is the star." They begin to rejoice and praise God because they know that they will soon see the Christ. They follow the star to the house where the young Christ child Jesus is. Their journey is at an end. It has taken a long time, but it was worth it all, for they are going to see Jesus. When they enter the house, they bow down and worship Jesus, giving him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh, very valuable gifts indeed. Boys and girls, these men returned to their own country. They did not tell Herod, because God warned them in a dream that they were to go to their own land another way. It is now night, and Joseph and Mary have gone to sleep. While Joseph is sleeping, the angel of the Lord appears to him in a dream and says, "Get up and take the child and his mother and go quickly to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you to leave, because Herod will be looking for the child to kill him." After waking up, Joseph and Mary quickly prepare for the trip. They will leave while it is still night. As we watch them wander down the dark road to Egypt, I want to remind you that this also was foretold by the prophet when he wrote, "I called my son out of Egypt." Mary and Joseph and Jesus will stay in Egypt until the wicked Herod has died. Speaking of Herod, let's find out what he is up to. He is waiting for the men of the countries of the east to return and tell him where the child is. Where are they? Where are they? They should have been here long ago. Herod has realized that they have tricked him, and he rages with anger. "I'll find the child. I'll find the child if I have to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and the coasts thereof who are 2 years of age or under." This cruel and wicked thing was done as Herod commanded. Boys and girls, the Bible tells us that when Joseph and Mary returned to Nazareth with Jesus, that he grew and became strong, and he was filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. We do not know much of Jesus' boyhood, but we are sure it was like that of the other boys of his day. Nazareth was a very lovely city, built on the side of a hill, overlooking a very beautiful and fruitful valley. From the top of the surrounding hills, you could see for miles around, and on a clear day, you could even see the Sea of Galilee. I am sure that often Jesus would walk to the top of these hills and ponder the things of God. In the evening, the family would gather about the light from a lamp and share the events of the day. Upon waking up, Jesus would pray and give thanks to God. Now Joseph was a carpenter, and boys usually followed the trade of their father. Therefore, Jesus was probably learning to become a carpenter. But he also went to school. The schools in those days were different from the schools of today. The classes met in the synagogue. The teachers were the rabbis who would sit on a cushion on the floor with the boys sitting on a large mat side by side in front of the rabbi. The boys would say their lessons out loud as they swayed from side to side together. Boys and girls, the Passover is about to take place, and every family that loves God will go to Jerusalem to take part in the great feast. Joseph and Mary and Jesus, who is now 12 years old, are preparing to go to Jerusalem. Many families are going to make this 80-mile trip together. Since most of them will walk, it will take a few days to get there. Oh, come on, girls and boys, let's hurry ahead. Why, Jerusalem is very crowded. The houses are full. People are worshiping God and offering sacrifices in the temple, remembering how God saved them from Egypt. Although the Passover lasts for 1 week, many people return home after they offer their sacrifices. Mary and Joseph have been there for 3 days, and having offered their sacrifices, are returning home. Joseph and Mary are looking for Jesus, thinking he was with one of the groups. Oh, they cannot find him. Where is he? Is he gone? Quickly they return to Jerusalem and the temple. There's Jesus in the temple, surrounded by the wise men and rabbis. They are amazed at his knowledge about the things of God. Mary asks Jesus, "Why have you worried us?" Jesus answers, "Did you not know I would be about my Father's business?" Boys and girls, this is the very first time Jesus revealed that he knew he was the Son of God. Jesus leaves the temple with Mary and Joseph to return to Nazareth, where he will grow in wisdom and favor with God. And he will be subject to his parents until the time he will reveal God's plan of salvation. Oh, girls and boys, isn't it wonderful to know that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.